Yo guys, how are y'all doing, bro? Like One Piece chapter 1176 English translations are out, so let's go over it, bro. I'm super hyped for this chapter, and as we know, I covered most of the details on the spoilers and the full summary, so I'm just gonna go over the review here. Like this chapter was really insane. Like we finally get the Straw Hats in action. It's great to see the Straw Hats finally get their moments. Like each and every Straw Hats got their moments in this chapter, except for Usopp, man. Like except for the one who matters the most in Elbaf, Usopp. Oda, like, I don't know what he's doing, bro. Maybe Oda forgot about him, bro. I really hope, like, Oda is cooking something insane for Usopp, because until now, he is looking really, like, bad in Elbaf, bro. It was supposed to be his arc, and he's not doing anything at all. Like, even Lilith is, like, is more relevant than Usopp in Elbaf. So this is crazy. I hope Oda has some plan for him, and yeah, without further ado, let's go with the chapter from the beginning. And in the color spread we see an insane, like, Oda redraw the color spread from volume 12 with all the Straw Hats in the present now, and it is insane, bro. This looks beautiful, bro. Like this is poster worthy. Like I might print it and put it in my wall. I'm not gonna lie, this looks really insane because this is like in celebration of the live action. The live action is gonna cover the Reverse Mountain in season 2. Live action is gonna cover the Reverse Mountain lockdown arcs, which are in volume 12. So yeah, in celebration of the live action, Oda drew the volume 12, recreated the volume 12 cover, and yeah, it looks insane. And you also see have the live action characters doing the same pose as volume 12, and it's hilarious, right? It looks insane. Inaki Goloy with Emily Rudd, McKenyu, Taz Skyler, and Jacob. It looks good, bro. Like I'm really hyped for the live action season 2 coming up. Yeah, it's coming up next week in March 10th. So yeah, I can't wait for it. It's gonna be super. It's gonna be insane because the way they have been marketing and putting out trailers and all that hype, you can feel, bro. They put all their efforts into this season 2 because yeah, man, this is Oda's, like, way of, like, getting, like, more reach for One Piece. So I'm super happy for that. So yeah, anyway guys, without further ado, let's go with the chapter now. The chapter starts off where we finally see, like, where what Bonnie, Frankie, and Lilith have been up to, because for the past few chapters we didn't see, like, these three characters. Like we were wondering where they were, because it was very suspicious, because the last time we saw them, they were, I think it was like 30 chapters ago, bro. Like it's crazy. So like we were wondering what happened to them. So yeah, it's great to see, like, them back in action. And the title of the chapter is With Pride, and we'll see where this comes into play later in the chapter, at the end of the chapter. So yeah, it's cool to see them back in action. We see the Lilith has brought out some Omni Drain converters, and they are used to, like, absorb energy. So yeah, this is another, like, scientific gadget of Lilith. Dr. Vegapunk, and Lilith is, like, telling Frankie if Frankie ever, like, used anything other than cola to power himself. So yeah, this is, and Frankie is, like, surprised, and it's great to see Bonnie as well, bro. Like, so yeah, Bonnie is, like, on top of Frankie's head, and they're all, like, looking surprised at Lilith's invention. And yeah, Frankie even asks us, like, what are you doing? Like, isn't Vegapunk in that box? So Lilith, like, totally dodges that question, and she, like, brings out, like, two gadgets, the Omni Drain converters, and asks Frankie if he ever used anything other than cola to power himself up. And bro, like, Frankie is surprised, bro, and he has never thought about it. So yeah, it's great to see, like, Frankie gets a crazy update in this chapter. So yeah, the things we were hoping Frankie would get in Egghead, he's finally getting those moments with Vegapunk and Elbaf. So yeah, I'm super hyped for where it goes. It's only the beginning, guys. Like this is insane in the chapter. Later on in the chapter, we'll see how it works. We then cut away to where Usopp, Nami, and the other Straw Hats group are, and we see all of them, like, running in and charging towards the school to, like, put out the flames. And we see Usopp, man. Look, this Usopp expression, bro, tells everything. Like, you can just tell, bro. Like, he is panicking. Like, we are almost done with the Elbaf arc, and Usopp still is yet to make a great impression. So yeah, bro, Usopp, you need to lock in, brother, because everyone is getting into action. This chapter, everyone literally gets into action. Like, it's crazy. Only for Usopp, man. Like, come on, bro. Like, seriously. We see all the stars, like, running onto the fire to put out the flames, and we see Robin having a conversation with Saul, and Nami, like, charges up an attack with Zeus, and she uses a named attack called a pouring rain tempo, which, like, puts out rain from the sky to like put out the flames on school, you know. We see this is crazy. Like Nami uses, and we also see Sanji reacting to Nami as always. Sanji simping for her. That's our perfect Nami song. She's ready for anything, and she uses the pouring rain tempo to bring out the rain from the sky, and it's trying to, which is like trying to like put out the flames from the school, and everyone is like hoping that it works. And at that same time, like we see a monster, one of the monsters that Killingham's monster we see like beside Zeus, and it's like a worm, lindworm, and on top of that there it's Killingham, and Killingham is saying this wasn't part of the deal. Who said you could put out the fire? And Killingham then uses his monster to like eat Zeus, you know. Killingham's monster like chomps Zeus, like it's insane, like it's crazy. And we also see like Saul, and Saul is shocked, like, and he says that it's a lindworm. And when Saul is looking at the monster, he says, "What if I most curious of Killingham?" So does this mean this is like Saul's like nightmare? Guy? And Jinbei is wondering like maybe the way Saul looked at the monster demons that Zoro was mentioning in the speech. What I find most scary, right then we see that maybe this is from the Saul's nightmare. The ODCs are engaging. So yeah, and Frankie and Lilith like pulled up with their shock, like the monster ODCs, like they are like thermal energy absorption, and they like absorb all the energy from, and they just turn the entire flames. They turn the entire flames off, and like they just freeze everything around the school, and they like easily put out the fire. And Killingham is surprised, like what is that thing? And then we see everyone reacting like what happened. Robin is surprised. Saul and Robin like they're like shocked, like what just happened, like how did like they able to like easily put out the fire, and what caused the freezing, you know. And we then see that Lilith and Frankie have pulled up, and Lilith says that even calamities are ultimately just clumps of energy. Then she then gives Frankie super Vega Cola, and this is like a different type of energy that will like give Frankie a even better boost to help him with his attacks, you know. And we see it's called the Super Vega Cola. She names it, bro. Oh my god, Lilith is a clutch in this chapter, bro. Like Lilith first of all helps with the put out the fire in the school, and then she gives Frankie one of the different upgraded version of Frankie's cola version, which like helps him to boost himself, you know. And Lilith says, your internal structure is truly magnificently designed. You're at least on par with the pacifista, but I was shocked to learn that you managed to run yourself on plain old cola. Listen good now, your fuel is your passion. When you use this stuff, your power will explode. So yeah, Frankie just got a crazy upgrade from Lilith, from Vegapunk, bro. Like it was just Frankie and Vegapunk. We need to Lilith and Vegapunk. We need to see more of this duo, man. Like this duo is gonna work wonders. I'm gonna tell you, man. And yeah, we also see Bonnie here, but I hope Bonnie also gets into action pretty soon. I'm super hyped to see, because Bonnie, she can easily use Gear 5 Nika farm, so it's gonna be really helpful with turning out the tides of the fight, you know. Maybe she'll help Luffy and Loki with Emu, who knows, man. Maybe Oda's building that up. So yeah, just look out for Bonnie. I'm super hyped to see her. And then we see that Zeus is inside like that the lindworm's belly, and Zeus is like crying, like it's so dark, and Zeus is crying and saying, Nami, save me. And Nami says, Zeus, I'm coming. And we then see Robin and Sal, they're like going on to the school, and going towards the school, and Robin asks Sal, can you make it to the library? And Sal says, of course I can. Robin, you must be worried sick. All that history was left to us by O'Hara. And we see Killingham, he's like smirking and rejoicing at the sight of everything. Like bro, Killingham, bro, I thought Killingham is gonna be more reserved like Shamrock, and he'll be calm and composed, you know. But as it turns out, he's like all other celestial dragons, and he has like he has no idea about, he just thinks he's superior to everyone. Like he doesn't care about anything else, but he has no idea about the outside world. Like this is crazy. And Killingham then orders the dream monster to like eat the school, and we see that Killingham saying a new world can only be born by severing things like history. So yeah, a typical celestial dragon you can get, bro. Like the reason why they hide the void century and all, you see, bro. Killingham, bro, nah. Killingham, he's about to get a crazy beat down in this chapter. You're gonna see, bro. We then see Jinbei swimming in the water, and Jinbei tells Nami that leave Zeus to me, and he will cough him right up after a strike from me. Then we see Killingham taking notice of Jimbe from the sky, and Killingham says, "Is that a fishman? They really are the most repulsive race in the world. If anyone's going to gag, it will be me. Good thing I brought my mask." Bro, Killingham is like insulting Jimbe and being racist, you know? Like, is that a fishman? And he is like happy, glad that he had his mask on because he doesn't want to be smell them, you know? Like, this is insane. Like, Killingham, bro, the first time Killingham, we saw his hybrid form, which is like human form on top. We we were wondering if Killingham is also a fishman because of his teeth, you know? Maybe, bro. It could be hinting something because Killingham might have some ties with fishmen. Maybe he's a half fishman and a half celestial dragon. Who knows, man? It's really a possibility. And we can see Sanji taking notice of Killingham's remarks as he insults Jinbe, and Sanji says that elitist attitude and gross ideology. It's typical for a celestial dragon. You really must be out of touch if you don't recognize a former warlord like Jinbe. Now, how are you gonna pay for insulting a member of our crew? How about I kick a hole in that precious mask of yours? So yeah, crazy man. Sanji defending Jinbe, like this is a crazy development from Sanji because in Fishman Islands, remember when Sanji said to Jinbe to like off himself for hurting and destroying Nami's childhood, being one of the main reasons why Arlong was sent to East Blue, you know? That's why like Sanji like claimed Jinbe to like take his own life so that it will like help Nami to ease her pain, and now we see Sanji like finally like defending Jinbe from racism and like from insult, you know. It's great to see Sanji and Jinbe getting along well after those incidents. So and we then see Frankie like using his jump power and he like explodes into the air, bro. This is hilarious. Bro. I didn't notice this at first, but then I realized that Frankie is actually using his fart, you know, like, and he gets a crazy boost from like Lilith's new fuel, like Super Vega Cola, and he like flies into the air and he says, "All my muscles are raring to go. With this body, any monster that crosses me is gonna be crying for mercy after just one hit." And we then see Frankie charging up his attack, super strong, and Jinbe as well as also charging up his attack, Fishman Karate secret technique. And we see Sanji using his F Jambe to like face off Killingham, and Sanji like speed blitz Killingham, and he just spins into the air, and Killingham didn't even realize, like Killingham was wondering like where did Sanji go. Sanji like vanished from Killingham, and Killingham was in the sky, you know. Sanji speed blitz Killingham and like spinning into the like a ball, bro. And we then see all three of them landing their attacks, and Frankie and Jinbe attack the Lindworm monster and they help Zeus get out. And we see Sanji in using his Concaster attack to like kick Killingham in the head, and like he smashes Killingham to the ground with his Concaster, bro. This is insane. And we see a new named attack from Frankie and Jinbe as well. Frankie is super strong Dexter, and Jinbe uses Fishman Karate Vagabond Drill. So yeah, this is cool to see, man. The Straw Hats getting their own moments. This is so gas, man. Like, and bro, we need to put some respect on Frankie, bro. Like Frankie has been going crazy for the last few arcs in terms of combat, you know. And finally, bro, Jinbe is slowly trying to get some of his aura back, bro. Like, this is insane. This double page spread was super from Oda, man. This art looks insane here. So yeah, bro. And then we cut away to the West Village where Zoro and the other giant warrior pirates are facing off against the demonic giant pirates, Domi Reversi Giant pirates, and we see everyone like wondering like with this regeneration they will be cutting the Domi Reversi Giants for eternity, and they will still be coming back, you know. And they're like lamenting the fact that every one of them is a familiar face. Just seeing them get hurt pains us too. And then we see everyone wondering like what can we do to stop this. Like they're like all pondering like how can they reverse the effects of Domi Reversi and bring them back normal. Then we see like Dorry and Brogy. Remember from chapter 1173, I think, yeah, we saw Dorry and Brogy get like slice each other up after Zoro like dodged their attacks. And we then finally see the aftermath of that moment. We see Dorry and Brogy are still recovering, and they seem to have like regained their own self after the attack, and they're like trying to like suppress Emu's control and get rid of Emu's control, and trying to like they're trying to like overcome Domi Reversi. We see everyone wondering, Captain Dorry, Captain Brogy, like what's happening. And we see Dorry and Brogy having a conversation, and Zoro is like surprised as well. And watching over the situation. We see Dory saying, Brogy saying, Dory, are you still in there? And and Dory says, I'm barely hanging on, Brogy. Huff huff. And we then see that they're talking. Dory and Brogy are having a conversation among themselves, and they're almost back to normal, but they still have their horns and their teeth are. They still have their fangs, and they're like talking to themselves that they're utter disgrace. Like, how could they even think of like attacking Elder Jarul? And it should never have come to this. And they're like being regretting the fact that they are proud warriors of Elbaf and they're like acting like this. So they decide to like take their own life and to like die with pride. And Dory and Brogy like slice each other's head off clean, bro. Like they take their head off. This scene is brutal, bro. Like if this was any other show, like they would be dead. But as we know, man, Oda somehow or another, bro, he will like bring them back to normal, and it is insane what happens next, bro. Because yeah, bro, if you saw this panel without the context of the next panel, if this was a cliffhanger, I would have thought they're dead, bro. What happened in the next chapter is insane, bro. We finally may have got the answer to Domi Reversi. You know, we see everyone like shocked to see like Dory and Brogy like take each other's heads off, and Zoro is like shouting, Dory, Brogy, what happened? Like, why did you do it? And we see everyone like wondering, Captain Dory, Captain Brogy, why did they do that? And we see Dory and Brogy like they go back, fall into the ground, and they like flip back up. They like the same way. Remember when Emu first Domi Reverse hit them, and they like flipped from the ground and they changed into their Domi Reverse version. In the same way, they like change, flip to the ground, and they're back to normal, their own old self. You know, we see Dory and Brogy, they have finally returned back to normal, and everyone is shocked, like what just happened. Zoro is like watching everything unfold, and we see that Dory and Brogy have like reversed the effects of Domi Reverse, and everyone is like happy to see that they're back to normal, and they realize, and that means that the only way to counter Domi Reversi is death, you know? Death breaks the demonic curse, and everyone, we see an insane, like, glorious panel with Zoro leading the charge, and we see Dory and Brogy have finally returned back to normal, and they're back on our side. And we see Hajrudin and Stanson as well, and they're, like, ready to fight the Domi Reversi Giants, and, bro, this panel looks sick, and they finally realize that, they can just go all out and, like, kill all the Domi Reversi Giants, and they have to beat them as much as possible so that they can flip back, you know. So that's like the gist of how you can counter Domi Reversi. You just beat them black and blue and bring them into the brink of death, or like literally kill them in the Domi Reversi form, and they will then flip back to their normal version, you know. So yeah, that's how it seems to be. That's how maybe you can counter Domi Reversi. It's still, I think we are still lacking some concrete evidence as to how Domi Reversi works, and what's the weakness, and what, like, what's Imu's like limitations, like what is the conditions for like applying using Domi Reversi. We still have like a lot of questions, bro. This brings a lot of questions, I'm not gonna lie, because it looks very cheap, bro. Like the way Dorian, bro, you just flip back to normal and with no repercussions, and yeah, like this is insane, bro. And that's the end of the chapter, guys. And there is the break next week, unfortunately, but yeah, man, Oda he has been cooking. But this chapter, the Domi Reversi part, it felt a little like off to me, you know, because does this mean, like, do you remember in God Valley when Roger and Garp were fighting Zebek and they defeated Zebek, and Zebek returned to normal before Garling put him down? So does this mean like and Roger and Garp like killed the Domi Reversi version of Zebek, and that's why he was brought back to like his normal version? Is that the reason, or like something else is going on with Domi Reversi here, you know? Because it looks a bit kind of off. Like maybe it could also be possible that Imu may have like taken back their Domi Reversi effects from Dory and Brogy, but why are they like back to normal? Like, won't they still have some repercussions? Like they're like literally, they seem to be fine, like they have no injuries. Like what was even the point of this, bro, you know? So yeah, I'm still like kind of iffy about this, you know, Domi Reversi thing, because yeah, man, we need more like more from Domi Reversi to see to come to his final conclusion, you know. So yeah, and then we also have a crazy setup with Sanji versus Killingham, bro. And Killingham, bro, he's gonna if he didn't have Region, I'm gonna say, bro, he was gonna be dead from there, bro. With Sanji's conqueror attack, bro, like Sanji using every jumbe, and yeah, with knowing Imu's regeneration, he's gonna be back up next chapter. So yeah, Sanji versus Killingham is set. Zoro is off fighting the Domi Reversi Giants with Dorry, Brogy, Hajruddin, and Stanson. And we don't see Luffy, Loki, and Imu in this chapter, but I guess they have already started their battle, and we're gonna see that soon. And as you know, like Imu, this is the Imu we're talking about. So Oda is like keeping that, like building the hype for Luffy versus Imu, and we get that. And there is a break next week, so yeah, Oda knows what he's doing with this, bro. He's keeping us on the edge with Luffy versus Imu and Loki, bro. It's gonna be insane, bro. At this moment, bro, the good guys, they're wiping the floor, man. Like there is no doubt about it. So yeah, we're in for another crazy plot twist, or maybe this is the end of Elbaf, and like from here on we get some more like exposition about lore drops, and then we head off from the island, or maybe something else happens. We're still in like this is like a really interesting part of the arc. Like anything can happen from here on out. Like Imu might summon all the Holy Knights to Elbaf, and it could be all out brawl, or yeah, or Luffy and Loki like somehow like get rid of Imu and cut Imu's connection to Gonko with the help of Brook. Yeah, Brook, remember, also Brook is also here, so we don't see Brook in for the last two chapters, but I hope he's fine, man. Maybe Imu Domi versus Brook, who knows, man. Like we're still waiting to see that. So yeah, that's gonna be for this chapter, and yeah, man, Usopp, please lock in, man. Brother, we need you, man. This is Elba, for God's sake, man. Please, Usopp, do something, do something. My stocks are crashing, my Usopp stocks. I'm holding onto them dearly, but I might have to sell them soon. But yeah, I hope Usopp, please, man, please. So yeah, guys, that's it gonna be for the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.